that prevented the touchdown.
Oh, Derek Zeno ran just a super pass pattern. He takes Greg Harding to the outside and then quickly puts it back into the middle on the post, had him completely turned around. A good throw by Bernard Quarles, and you have to be impressed with the way the Saskatchewan Roughriders have been able to handle the elements here in the first quarter and move that football.
26 yards the game. Saskatchewan has the first down just inside the Edmonton 35-yard line. Tim McCray, the ball carrier. And McCray is down to about the 31, coughs up the football. Edmonton has recovered it, and they will be awarded the pigskin. Stuart Hill.
Well, let's have a look.
Danny Bass.
Danny Bass cuts back and makes the hit along with 38, Bruce Green. The ball comes loose. Kind of tough to see who makes the recovery. And yes, it is number 36, Stuart Hill.
That, incidentally, is his fourth fumble recovery of 1986. So you know a guy's a good player when he's constantly around the football. And that is the story with Stuart Hill. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success running that draw. Alan Johns, number 77, there to make the tackle for the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Of course, Damon Allen would like to get that running game going at this time of the year with the bad weather. You always like to be able to establish it. They're the best in the Canadian Football League, rushing the football, as you see.
Saskatchewan appeared to jump offside. Damon Allen with a free one fires complete to Chris Skinner. And Skinner is wrapped up by Eddie Ray Walker, but he does have the first down up around the 48 or 9-yard line. We'll wait and see if referee Larry Rohan agrees that it was Saskatchewan offside, and that is going to be the call.
Well, over the course of the season, Pat, you and I have talked numerous times about all the running backs in the CFL and what great pass-catching averages they have this year coming into this game. Of course, Chris Skinner, 12.2 yards every time he catches the football, and that's a truly tremendous statistic for him.
Allen's pass, deep, no good. Intending it for Brian Kelly. And again, not to be repetitive, but he is looking right into the sun.
I don't think the sun bothered him that much there, but it was pretty good coverage by Harry Skipper. Damon Allen threw it to the right spot. They'll throw it to the outside where he can fade towards the sideline to make the catch, but that was pretty tough. Ball a little behind him and coming straight down out of the sun. Tough to make those catches on a day like today.
Going up a 2nd and 10.
A quick update on the footing from an offensive lineman. Vic Stevenson says it depends on who has to move who. On the running plays, he says it's definitely advantage defense.
Marco Simcar was right in Eddie Ray Walker's face before the ball was even snapped. So you can count on a procedure penalty here against the Eskimos.
On a day like today, you want to keep those silly penalties to a minimum. It's tough enough. You see illegal procedure, no question about that. It's tough enough to move the ball just trying to go 10 yards in 2 plays, but when you're starting 1st and 15, you know, it's tough on a day like today.
Saskatchewan is the most penalized team in the CFL, but that time the 5 yards was assessed against the Eskimos, who find themselves in a 2nd and 15. Allen is going deep to Brian Kelly, and he's got it and will score the touchdown. "65 yards, Damon Allen to Brian Kelly, and that's how quickly these Eskimos can strike."
Well, let's have a look at Brian Kelly and how he was able to get open. He just takes it straight down the middle of the field, and number 1, Tony Slayton tries to bump him, and if you don't get a good piece of him, although that's interference, you can't knock him that deep downfield. You're in big trouble. Kelly gets in behind, and 21, Harry Skipper can't catch up, and really the play was made by Damon Allen himself because he bought himself some extra time getting out of that pocket and giving Kelly time to get open downfield.
Well, this will be the final play of this first quarter. It's the point after by Tom Dixon, which is good. And so at the end of one quarter of play, the Edmonton Eskimos are out in front of the Saskatchewan Roughriders 9-1. We'll have play in the second quarter in just a moment. There's Howdy Doody, Brian Kelly, who scored the touchdown on the 65-yard pass play from Damon Allen. And now as we begin the second quarter, the Saskatchewan Roughriders get the ball out to the 40-yard line, and that's where they're going to put it into play. Derek Zeno with the return for the Riders, who trail 9-1. This is a critical part now in the ball game for them. They may very well get blown away if Edmonton scores the next touchdown.
Well, they took advantage of that one turnover in the first quarter. Timmy McRae the fumble, Stuart Hill the recovery, and then a few plays later was Brian Kelly. 65 yards of those total yards for the Edmonton Eskimos in the first quarter was a touchdown reception by Brian Kelly.
So Saskatchewan begins from the 40. Bernard Quarles slips down, and by the time he gets back to his feet, he sustains a loss of about 15 yards.
Like number 95, Dan Kearns, comes up with the sack, and of course he hasn't had a great deal of playing time this year, only his second of the season. But there you see right off the bat, Quarles slips down, and once that happens, you're very lucky if you can get up and recover and make a positive play out of it. Kearns gets the sack, and Saskatchewan's in deep trouble here. Not too many plays in the playbook in cold weather for 2nd and 22.
Well, fires deep, but over the head of his intended receiver, Tony Dennis. Well, Leaf, this is a fun kind of game for some players because they get a chance to see more action than they normally do. And I know that you've always wanted to do play-by-play, so why don't you do it for 3 or 4 minutes, and I know you'll get a kick out of it.
All ready? I think the Saskatchewan Roughriders, of course, you know, you get 2nd and 22. There's not a great deal you can do in that. I think Bernard Quarles made the right move. He threw the ball away. You got to take your lumps. Hope Mike McTagg gets a good punt and gets you out deep out of your own territory. Henry Williams, number 2, who has outstanding speed. Ray Elgard, number 81, the slot back for the Saskatchewan Roughriders, makes the tackle. A flag on the play. Possible face mask coming up. And with the score, the Edmonton Eskimos 9, the Saskatchewan Roughriders 1. We'll be back in just a moment. Well, you can see the cold crowd here at Commonwealth Stadium. They're going to have fun regardless of the weather conditions after that 37-yard punt by Mike McTagg. A 12-yard return plus 15 yards on the face mask penalty to Ray Elgard gives the Edmonton Eskimos excellent field position at the 43-yard line of the Saskatchewan Roughriders to start. Henry Williams on the reverse, and he's got some room if he can outrun Eddie Ray Walker. And that's what some of this big crowd here at Commonwealth has come to see, is to watch Henry Williams run the football 13 yards on the reverse. But he's from a refugee from the United States Football League. He played with the Memphis Showboats and was primarily a kick returner down there. We know he's got excellent speed. He's only 5'6", but he can really motor. Actually, number 2, Eddie Ray Walker, did a pretty good job to get the angle and make the play and only limit that to 13 yards. Damon Allen really has that mobility. Finally forced out of bounds by number 45, Billy Jackson, the linebacker. But when you've got a quarterback that can scramble around and buy himself some extra time, it's such an added feature. There you see the pass rush coming, Scott Burkus, Gary Lewis, but they don't have a chance with the speed of Damon Allen to get outside. And what could have been a bad play turns into a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4 for the Edmonton Eskimos. We're nicely underway in the second quarter here. They are out in front 9-1. They bring that short yardage team in.
Well, we've had enough of that. You did an excellent job, but now it's time for us to get to work, too. So it's 2nd down and 4 yards to go for the Eskimos. The ball just inside the 25-yard line. The little play action fake, and wide open is Chris Skinner. Touchdown, Eskimos.
Excuse me, that's Stuart Hill, 36.
A fun day for the Eskimos.
Well, they brought in a short yardage team on 2nd and 4 and completely fooled the Saskatchewan Roughriders. And what a fun time for a guy like Stuart Hill, who gets to beat up people all the time. This time he gets to be an offensive hero, makes a nice catch, and a good throw by Damon Allen.
Allen came into the ball game. He had thrown 5 interceptions, 3 interceptions on 5 touchdown passes. So he's doing quite a job on that this afternoon, because he's fired 2 touchdown strikes already, so make it 7 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions, and now we're on our way to a laugher. Edmonton is out in front of Saskatchewan 16-1. We'll be back with the kickoff in a moment. 42 yards. And the 3rd touchdown of the season to Stuart Hill. So that's something the Eskimos have had in their playbook and obviously used it well. They're just nicely underway here in quarter 2. And Edmonton is going to turn this one into a rout, I suspect. Tim McRae from his 20-yard line fumbles the football. And how often do you see that? A fumbled kickoff, and then it opens up, and he does a good job to return it to the 40.
Well, if Saskatchewan's going to stay in this football game, they've got to get something moving here. Bernard Quarles has had a quarter and a half now to kind of see what's developed out on the field, and he's got to start taking advantage of some of his opportunities.
Well, at halftime, you'll see the CFL this week as we run through what is going to happen in the playoffs. Tony Dennis of the Saskatchewan Roughriders you'll meet. Leaf will have his highlights, and Doug Mitchell, the commissioner of the CFL, will answer your letters. Bernard Quarles is dragged down as he gets to the 41-yard line by James Zachary, number 92.
Now, Quarles was across the line of scrimmage, so that will not count as a sack for James Zachary. But I think Bernard Quarles at this stage, if he doesn't see those receivers open initially, and it is tough to get open on a day like today, he's got to take off and just take charge, start running with the football. You see, he's only been able to complete 2 passes in a little better than a quarter, and got to try and make some things happen on his own.
Picked up a couple of yards. It's 2nd and 8. And again, he almost goes to the turf. Fires across the middle, but short of the first down. Because Craig Schaefer, number 43, was Johnny on the spot to bring down the running back, Tim McRae.
Well, not a bad matchup usually to try and get a running back out on the linebacker in the open field, but Craig Schaefer, one of the better one-on-one tacklers as far as linebacking goes in the Canadian Football League. I think that's one of the most impressive features of our league is the entire linebacking core. You look at the guys on Regina today, Billy Jackson, Eddie Lowe, they're tremendous linebackers. How about Edmonton, Danny Bass, Craig Schaefer, they're all good.
Well, we definitely had contact in the kicker, and Saskatchewan's going to get the ball back. As Henry Williams takes it and steps out of bounds at the 23, you can hear the sound of the whistle. Little ball obviously is not floating in there, it's frozen. But this is coming back, and Saskatchewan is going to be awarded a first down. And there's absolutely no question about the call.
This is a big break for Saskatchewan. They really had nothing go their way here in the first half, and maybe just the kind of thing that will turn things around for them.
Now it's a 15-yard penalty that moves the ball to the Edmonton 49.5-yard line with 10 minutes and 10 seconds left to play in the first half. Referee Larry Rohan is wearing the microphone out there, but unfortunately it's frozen. Wind chill factor of between 30 and 40 below zero. Bernard Quarles, well, on a contact downfield as Ron Armstrong was in collision. The Eskimos are claiming that it should have been an offensive pass interference.
Not a chance. Not a chance. I don't know what they're complaining about. No way. Con Armstrong, if anything, was bumped by Greg Harding, so of course the fans here react to any kind of bumping. They're the home crowd.
Makes it 2nd and 10 for the Riders, who desperately need a touchdown to make a fist of this game. They trail 16-1. That was intended to be a screen pass. The ball was over the line of scrimmage, and then after the completion, Con Armstrong fumbled the ball. Edmonton again recovers, and the Eskimos are going to have it at their 40.
Well, Bruce Green comes up with the fumble recovery. And once again, another mistake has cost the Saskatchewan Roughriders. It looked as though they were just getting into an area where they could maybe come up with some points, but a little screen pass to number 37, David Conrad, who's in the game at the fullback spot, and he just simply coughed up the football. Number 38, Bruce Green's there, and the second fumble for the Roughriders gives the Eskimos back the football.
Fumble recovered by Bruce Green.
So from the 40-yard line, the Eskimos, who lead at 16-1, will begin. This is Chris Skinner, and Skinner fights his way hard to the 50-yard line. He picks up 10 yards before Tony Slayton, number 1, finally brings him down.
Well, of course, they've really had to patch up this offensive line in the last few weeks with the suspension of Heck Potier and Rudy Phillips not playing. How about Dave Sparenberg from Western Ontario, number 61? He gets a nice block on Billy Jackson. Kirk Chapman's the center today. He did a good job. Blake Grimmett on that right side. And this was one of the problem areas that Jackie Parker worried about. Would this offensive line be able to perform?
Well, Damon Allen had absolutely no chance. Gary Lewis was there to make sure he didn't get up and run, but Damon actually slipped down on his own.
Well, once again, as Bernard Quarles has had trouble coming away from the center, so did Damon Allen, and number 79, Gary Lewis, right there.
The loss is back to the Edmonton 48-yard line, so make it 2nd and 13. And actually, Leaf, it looks to me like there's probably about 35,000 here right now. Can't believe the support that these great Edmonton fans give. And again, Damon Allen is set. Rick Goltz, number 63, there to bring him down.
Hard to believe that Rick Goltz has been around for 9 years. Graduate of Simon Fraser University.
And the other bookend on that front three for Saskatchewan, Nick Hebler, is also a graduate of Simon Fraser.
Pretty good coverage downfield by number 21, Harry Skipper. You know, it looks as though Kelly's open, but it kind of took so long to develop that Rick Goltz finally got in and made the sack. So sometimes what appears to be an open receiver, there's just no chance to get the ball to him. No substitute for pressure up front.
Both clubs are running the ball a lot, so this should be a pretty fast ball game. I think they just want to get it over with. Derek Zeno picks it up at his 26-yard line and doesn't get much further than that because down very quickly was Tom Richards, number 25, a 44-yard boot. Gets no return, so the Saskatchewan Roughriders will take over at their 27. When we come back, they trail Edmonton 16-1. We'll be back in a moment. 16-1 is the score here at Commonwealth Stadium in very, very chilly Edmonton, Alberta. 7 minutes and 21 seconds left to play in the first half. In a game that will really mean nothing to the overall standings, it's the windup of the regular 1986 schedule. We know that Edmonton is going to finish first. We know that Saskatchewan is going to finish last in that Western Conference. Danny Ferdinand, the ball carrier, and he's wrapped up as he gets to the 30 for a pickup of about 3. Congratulations to Donnie Matthews and his British Columbia Lions, who knocked out the Winnipeg Blue Bombers for the second week in a row, and consequently they finish in second spot. And we'll remind you that the Eastern Final, game number 1, will come to you on Sunday, November the 16th. That's next Sunday at 1 o'clock from Hamilton. That's where the Argos and the Ticats will play. And then on Sunday, November the 23rd, we'll have the Western Final for you, and all of that action happening on CTV. Bernard Quarles pass intended for Tony Dennis. And boy, he really took a hit. Number 4, Greg Harding, was there to just drill him right in the back.
Yeah, this is not fun on a cold day. Watch Tony Dennis. You know, it's tough enough coming across the middle and fighting your way through all those big linebackers that want to hurt you. But watch this. Greg Harding, number 4. I mean, that hurts. It looks like a pretzel up there. No, that's not fun on a warm day, and it's even worse on a cold one.
And it reminds me to pass along the information that the Saskatchewan Roughriders, like the Hamilton Ticats, donated $100 a man to the James Bell Fund in aid of the injured Edmonton Eskimo star. Look at this little guy. Henry Williams just fought his way down to the 25-yard line. This is a little guy who is 5'6", weighs 180 pounds, and obviously wants to stay around the Edmonton Eskimos.
Well, he's an exciting runner. We saw him on a reverse earlier with his kind of speed. And you know what? The great speed guys sometimes run through all the blocking. But what? Look how he set everything up. He just waited and waited and waited for his right opportunity, then accelerated up through it. He's a tremendous performer. I don't know what they're going to do with Stephon Jones and Henry Williams. We have yet to see him catch a pass here in the game.
Ball is at the 24-yard line of the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Well, it's first down, Edmonton, but a penalty marker comes down, and we'll obviously have a time count violation. That's what it is. And that happens with 5:35 left to play in the second quarter.
Well, you've got to be fast in the Canadian Football League. With only 20 seconds to put the ball into play, if you want to get up to the line of scrimmage and call an audible to change the play, you've got to get out of that huddle in a hurry. That's the difference sometimes with a guy like Damon Allen, who hasn't had a lot of playing time this year. Got to speed them up just a touch.
Well, they tell me that Jack Broda's fate will be known by tomorrow or Tuesday. But as Leaf has mentioned, Jocko certainly feels secure there.
Well, as I repeat, he said 99.9%. I am sure I'll be back next year to fulfill the final year of my contract.
And yet I speak to people in the media, and of course the media are great at firing people, but they tell me that it's 99% certain that he won't be back. So we'll know. It's a terrible position, though, for a human being to be in, not knowing whether you're going to be fired tomorrow because somebody else is controlling your destiny. Well, the first down and 15 pass goes incomplete. They're looking for Brian Kelly. Make it second down, Eskimos, the ball back at the 29-yard line.
Well, one of the reasons why Damon Allen has had some success this afternoon is they have picked up the blitz and given him enough time to get the ball away.
See what Allen elects to do on second and 15. He looks, fires. And there's a pass that normally would be caught by Steve Howlett, but it went right through his hands.
Yeah, can't blame that one on the cold weather. That was a good throw, and he should have had the catch. No problem making that one. And, you know, as a quarterback, and you're not getting a great deal of playing time, when you come in like Damon Allen has today, you want those receivers to come up with those catches. They're drive killers.
Well, you look at that offensive alignment of the Edmonton Eskimos, and you've got Marco Sinkar from the University of Alberta, Tom Richards from the University of Alberta, both their inside slot backs. You got Chris Skinner and Nelson Jones, the two running backs. I mean, everybody's a Canadian in this lineup. Now, you would think that